Early life on Earth. 3.7 billion years ago, the first life forms appeared on Earth. These organisms were single-celled prokaryotes, just like bacteria. Evidence of these microbes can be found even today, preserved in these hard structures called stromatolites. These date back as far as 3.5 billion years ago. Next to appear around 2.9 billion years ago were the photosynthetic prokaryotes. These were like bacteria, particularly cyanobacteria. These microbes are related to bacteria, but are able to photosynthesize. Evidence from microfossils suggests that the first eukaryotic cells appeared between 1.6 and 2.2 billion years ago. Again, these would have been simple organisms like algae and other protists. More complex multicellular eukaryotes didn't evolve until much later, till around 900 million years ago. And these were all invertebrates, so without a backbone. An example are sea sponges, like the one shown here in this picture. Sea sponges still exist today. The first true vertebrate, so animal with a backbone, is thought to have appeared about 530 million years ago, and most likely looks something like this fish here, known as a lamprey fish. Let's now look at a timeline for early life on Earth. The Earth formed about 4.5 billion years ago. Around 3.7 billion years ago, the first organisms on Earth appeared, the prokaryotes. 2.9 billion years ago, the first photosynthetic organisms, so photosynthetic prokaryotes, appeared. 1.6 billion years ago, the first eukaryotic cells, such as protists, appeared on Earth. Next, around 900 million years ago, the first multicellular organisms appeared, such as invertebrates. The first vertebrates didn't appear until about 530 million years ago. Let's now summarize what we have learnt. About 3.7 billion years ago, the first life forms appeared on Earth. These organisms were single-cell prokaryotes, like bacteria. Around 2.9 billion years ago, photosynthetic microbes, such as cyanobacteria, appeared. The first eukaryotic cells arose between 1.6 and 2.2 billion years ago. These would have been simple organisms like algae and other protists. More complex, multicellular eukaryotes didn't appear until 900 million years ago. The first true vertebrates appeared 530 million years ago. Let's now go to the key words. Prokaryotic cell, a simple cell that does not contain a nucleus. Prokaryote, an organism made up of prokaryotic cells. Cyanobacteria, a type of bacteria that can photosynthesize. Eukaryotic cell, a complex cell that has a nucleus. Eukaryote, an organism made up of eukaryotic cells. Algae, a very diverse group of eukaryotic photosynthetic organisms. The singular is alga. Protists, a diverse group of eukaryotic organisms, can be unicellular or multicellular. Invertebrates, organisms without a backbone. Vertebrates, organisms with a backbone. Multicellular, made up of 2 or more cells.